Good morning. I am super excited for this session today. It's something that I have kind of been thinking about for the last few days, and I do plan to share more about this later. So this is like the first installment. So basically I'm just gonna hit the share button so my peeps can hop on. I know some people are already ready and waiting. I want to talk about how I turned my recent near flop of a launch into generating over a $25,000 profit. Life made simple. Here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, so basically, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Emily Ahrens from EmilyAhrens.com, and I'm an intuitive healer and clarity coach. So I help women who are feeling really stuck and overwhelmed in their business to actually get fully in alignment and scale it with ease, creating wealth. And it's just something that I love doing. I love working with this demographic, and I'm really good at it. So I wanted to make this video because I just recently came off of a launch where, first of all, I've never had a launch like this before. What it was basically, it was a 5-day challenge leading into an offer. And basically the 5-day challenge was going extremely well. It was, oops, let me just hit this. Oops, here we go. Sorry. So the launch was going extremely well. I had this 5-day challenge that was like kicking ass and taking names. And basically I had all sort of planned to lead up to this one offer, which was my mentorship program, which is my biggest program I have. It's a 6-month coaching program. And as we were in the middle of this 5-day challenge and my launch, I realized that there was something that was going on that needed to change. Hi, good morning. In order for this to be successful, in my opinion. So I had sort of like a goal of like where I wanted it to go. And we were definitely on that trajectory, but what was happening was like, I was getting these red flags of like, you cannot offer this right now. They're not ready for this right now. Some people might be, but not everybody is ready for that. What they need is something else. And in the middle of it, basically, you know, if anybody has ever had sort of like a business launch or anything that's going on, that they have to stop and like reframe like what's happening. Do I go this way? Do I go this way? You know, it can be a little bit stressful. So in that moment where I was feeling like, okay, the people who are in this really need another level of deep healing. And I knew that I wanted to bring that into the launch, but I was afraid that if I created this challenge with deep healing in it, that people would be like really way too open and just, it wouldn't be fully like successful in that way. So in the middle of that launch, I was like, I need to do something that gives them the value that they came here for and provides what they need. The way that I turned everything around was through my meditation practice. Buongiorno. So for a lot of you who know me, obviously, if you're new to me, you might even know this, but I do a lot of meditation, and not the traditional type where you just sit in quiet and like expect for your mind to be blank. I actually meditate with a real sort of set intention and purpose. Although sometimes I just sit in silence, but basically the style of meditation that I use for myself and for my clients is called Soul Book. So it's essentially going into your Akashic records, all of your lifetimes, past, present, and future, and being able to bring up whatever it is to the surface. Hi, ladies. So I teach people how to do this. To access their own Akashic records. But in this moment of my launch, I was like, I really need to like pump the brakes and go in deeper and see what it is that they really need from this program, more than what I'm planning to offer. And even though this whole offer came about through my soul book, I knew that there was something that was much bigger than that sort of shifting before it. So what I did was, in the middle of the challenge, I basically stopped and connected into my soul book through my deep meditation practice, and I asked my guides, my angels, and essentially all of my people who are in the challenge and people who were going through this program with me, what was it that they required? Not what do they need, what do they want, but what do they require from this challenge? And what came up was really profound. It was connecting with some of the past life stuff that's been going on, and releasing stuff from all lifetimes. In addition, they needed some coaching. It wasn't just like, here, give them this thing and like send them off on their way. They needed to have a closer connection with me. They needed help going through it. And so part of the healing sessions, there was actually 8 things that came through, which I could list them all, but I don't want to waste your time. But basically around visibility, about past life persecution, about putting offers out there. Like, there's a lot of emotional blocks that like you don't know it's a block until somebody points it out in you, and then you can get the healing that you need from it. Unless you're doing this powerful meditation work and then it shows up for you, you can clear it and then move on your way. So basically I went into this meditation space asking what my clients require. What is it that they need to get to go to the next level of their ascension? Meaning they're here and they want to go here. And I know that I attract women in business because that's my niche. Those are the people who I love working with. And these women are looking to move forward in their business and scale their business. That's why they're here with me. So in order to start scaling their business, there are some roadblocks in the way that need to be addressed. So I did my meditation through my soul book. I got the full layout for what the program was, what it was going to be called, what to price it at, and how to offer it to them. So if you're in business for yourself, what would that do for your business if you could get to be your own psychic? Like, if you could know what it is that you're going to offer people and then sell it all out, like, what would that do for your business? How would that transform your life, your business? It would totally transform. So basically what happened was I realized that I was headed this one direction and it was going to be a total flop. If I made this offer for my mentorship, it would have totally fallen flat. I would have gone all 5 days, would have had a great time, and it would have been like, meow, because nothing would have happened because they weren't quite ready. There were some people who were ready, but they were ready before I started this launch. So in the middle, I made a pivot, and I actually did a meditation in my private group about how to pivot and be more like water so that you can get into that flow again. So what I was doing is I was getting into that flow state when I stopped to meditate on this offer. And, you know, I sat with it for a little bit. What I use is my phone to do a voice memo so that I don't have to take notes or remember when I'm in that high state. I just make a voice memo. Like, I just speak it like as if I'm talking to a client doing a reading. And I got the whole details of the offer. So then later I just typed it all up and said to my people who were going through the challenge, like, this is what I need to tell you, is that I was planning on going one direction and something else came up. And what happened was this offer showed up and I was planning on selling 6 of them. That's sort of what showed up in my meditation. And it was like the number 6, like, this is the good like window to sort of number to aim for. So I was like, okay, great. Here's my offer. It's $444 and it's this clearing session and coaching. And what ended up happening was I had 10 people who actually signed up for it. So 10 people had signed up for that. And in the process, 3 people had registered and put their deposits down and signed up for my full mentorship, which I had not even announced yet, only to a couple people. And part of one of my goals was I would love to have 6 applications in, and it was like my birthday week too, the following week. So I was like, I'd love to have 6 applications in and, you know, fill this other program. That's sort of what came through. And that's exactly what happened. Like, the goal that I set out to receive, the exact same thing happened. and it would never have happened had I just followed through with what my original plan was. So I'd love to be able to teach you how to access your own soul book and how you can find your offers at a deeper level, because not only do they connect with a couple people, they connect with your ideal soulmate clients. And that's the most important thing, is that you're connecting on such a deep, deep, profound level. And that's why they start to sell out, because they really resonate. I want to share how I do that with you guys. Basically, the people who get to learn more and more about getting into their soul book are in a private meditation group with me. So every single week, they get to have this level of meditation. So once a week, every single week, you get to do this with me. And then every month, at the top of the month, I do also give you a full energy clearing, so that as you're ascending to the next level, you're clearing your energy for that next upgrade, which I know may sound kind of weird for a lot of people, but it's really necessary. When you're moving so fast and the rate of energy is like crazy, it's like I'm trying to keep up with it. And I was actually talking to somebody who's in a mastermind with me, and she's up leveling really fast and realizing, like, you know what, I'm going to make a commitment to do this work, do a podcast, speak my truth, go live, be visible. And in the process, she lost her voice. So yes, medical things happen. I totally believe in medicine. I'm not like no medicine person. I believe in medicine. I believe in antibiotics. But what I was saying to her was, energetically, she's up leveling and she's opening up her throat chakra. So the old shit that's been stuck in there, sorry, my dog is drinking water next to me. The old shit that's in there is like coming up and out of the surface. That's part of why we get sick. It's like there's something that's under the surface already and it's ready to come up and out of us. So now she's ready for that next level. And I've gone through a lot of personal upgrades in my business over the last year. And can you stop drinking? You're very loud over there. I have never been like really sick, and I've had a few bouts of being sick in the last year that I know, because I'm shifting my energy so fast, it's part of that up leveling. It's like growing pains. And then, so I wanted to mention to you guys too, I'm at this point where yesterday I was noticing on my page where you're at right now that I had about 1,000 likes, and that just totally lit me up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm at 1,000 likes. So I told everybody in my group, Life Made Simple, that I was going to do a giveaway of some kind when we hit 1111. So, because of course it's an angel number, and who doesn't love a good angel number? So we are literally one like away from hitting that number. Well, we're one like away from hitting 1011, so we are close. But I want to do some giveaways next week. So what I'm thinking is that I do a whole week, one like away. Well, that's one like from 1011, which is totally great. And I think I'm going to celebrate that next week. So what I'm planning on doing is a week's worth of what I do best, which is psychic business coaching and strategy. And I want to give it away to you guys. So for those of you who are still here hanging on with me, I know this has been like a longer, I know I try to keep my lives short, and I really struggle with doing that. It's like I can't get my point out. I want to do some psychic business coaching for you guys now who are on live, who've been so patient and listening and eagerly waiting for me to get to the point. So I want to do some psychic business coaching for you guys here. And then I will be creating sort of like a daily opportunity for you to get psychic business coaching with me. And you can even, no, it's not. I totally agree. Great. Oh, thank you, Alicia. Appreciate it. So there's a way that you can hop on either through the Facebook thread that I'll offer, you know, like the rapid fire stuff that I usually do. Or I might even invite people to do like a side-by-side if you're comfortable with being on live with me. I know some people are a little bit wigged out about that, but I want to offer that as a freebie. So anyway, I have my cards with me, and I would love to see if you guys have any questions or things that you need guidance with. I'd be happy to help you. And part of this whole video that I wanted to do was teaching you about how to turn like a real flop into something great. And part of that was my mindset of like, I'm not giving up to this. Like it doesn't have to look exactly like this, but I'm open to how else it could show up. And this isn't like, oh, here's my one-step strategy to six-figure sales. It's not outside of you anywhere. My point of doing this video is that it's all inside of you, and learning how to harness that and use that is like the most powerful tool that you can possibly have in your business. Okay. All right. All right. So who's up? And Christy, what can I do to attract more powerful partners to me? We were going to do a session, weren't we? Did you ever set that up? I don't know if you did. I know we were talking about it. Okay, what can I do to attract more powerful partners to me? Okay, so I don't know what your business is, but I feel like this image of like you're out here and it needs to like come in. So it could be like niching down and really deciding who you are, who you want to be, where you want to go, and who you can serve. Like you can't try to appeal to everybody. We were talking about this yesterday. You really have to streamline. If you have a clear direction, who you're serving and how you do it, you need to just be visible with that. Let me see if I can get you a card too. Okay, the card is abundance. So yeah, I got super clear. Here's your abundance card. Oh, and a side note, I didn't even realize that I hit, it was actually over $26,000, but I spent, I think almost $1,200 in Facebook ads. So by the end of it was a $25,000 profit. Yeah, and I didn't even notice it. Like literally I was like, yay, I got 10 people into my program and then 3 people into my mentorship. And my business coach and my mastermind was like, that was like an over $25,000 launch. I was like, what? Like, I know it sounds so super flaky, and it is. But I literally was like, no, because I only did this. And she literally like wrote the math out and was like, yeah, you just had like an amazing launch. And then I did my launch debrief. I'm a student of James Wedmore's, and I did my launch debrief, and I was like, holy shit, my conversion was like insane. It was like I didn't even realize how great it was until I literally like looked at the numbers. And so that's why I want to share with you guys, because if I can do it, you guys can do it. And it's like the easiest thing that you can do. It costs no money to learn how to go into your own soul book and actually meditate and get the answers. Because I honestly believe everybody's psychic. So what I want to know what's stopping me from taking my great event and pushing it out there. Okay, well, when you're using the word pushing, it almost implies like pain and like struggle. So let's go into that. Oh, these cards just kind of did a little spinny-roo. All right, so the 2 cards that came out were body care and study. Body care and study. So Alicia, this is a good time. You're actually releasing some of it right now, even just in saying it. I can feel it. So it's really a good time to really, take care of yourself. And I was going to do another session about this because I got this great download for this idea, which was mo money, mo problems. And you'll get to watch this video when I do it, probably next week. But basically, like, the universe is saying, like, I'll hook you up, I'll give you whatever you need to succeed. And I want you to learn how to balance your life and your family and your work and your free time and all that, like, now. So get your shit together now. And if you're, I was gonna say fucking up, but if you're screwing up with like trying to get like the basics of like life happening now, you don't have room for the next level, because mo money, mo problems. Like, you have more money coming in, well, now you have other things that are going, that it has to go to invest in your business. You have to hire somebody, or maybe you have to, whatever. There's more coming in, but you might not know what to do with it, and you might get overwhelmed. So that's where the study card came in, where it's like, You got to take care of yourself, but you have some educating to learn. Like, you have to learn how to do it the right way, because it might just not be the right time for you, and pushing it out there might not be appropriate because you're like, I just don't feel like there's enough space in your life for it. And it also feels like there's something else that you can learn. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And Christy, hopefully that makes sense. And Deb, I see your bullseye, and that makes a lot of sense for me. Nicole, is it the right time to start my and if this is at all helpful, any part of this, I would love for you to hit the share button. I'd love to hit that 1111 number. So we need 101 likes. That's it. So, but I am going to do these like next week, just like rapid fire psychic business coaching. Okay. Is it the right time to start my business without all the answers, or do I wait? Do you have to have all the answers, Nicole? I don't have all the answers. What do you mean by that? What do you mean, Nicole? What do you mean have all the answers? I don't have any answers. I've had major downloads which lead me to getting the event together, but yeah, it's slightly overwhelming, and I feel like when and how is my worry. When and how, like, why waste your energy on when and how? You can go in deeper. If you're getting these downloads, go in deeper and ask for details. When is it gonna work? How is this gonna come together? Fear is leading me. Yeah, but Nicole, fear, you have to look into that. So I actually want to challenge you and say, yes, you have fear about not knowing enough, but you know enough. You know enough now to take one step forward. And if you saw my live earlier in my group, it's about taking imperfect action. Imperfect action is still action. So you don't have to know how to do everything. I know when I was in college, I was 22 when I started my wellness center, and I started it, and I literally was like up and running, and I literally was going, if you asked me how I just did that, I could not even tell you. Like, all of the different, like the LLC and getting the DBA at the bank and getting all registered and setting up the phone line and the credit card machine and like buying all the sheets and wall thingies and getting it decorated and like putting signs out. Like, how do I make a sign? And do I have to get an ordinance from the city? And like all these details are like so crazy stupid, but it's like, I didn't know how to do it when I started. I just figured it out by one step at a time. Like, oh, how do I get a phone line in a business? Like, one foot in front of the other. I feel like fear of people not wanting my stuff. Nicole, if you focus on the haters, you will not be successful. You don't do business for people, for the haters. I don't do business for my haters. I do business for the people who need my stuff. And the other people, they do not matter. They'll unfollow me, which I want them to do. I want them to not follow me. I want the people who are here to be here because they need my services, they need my help, they need my whatever. And that's the same for you. When you focus on the haters, you're like totally off track. So fear is also a sign that you're doing something of value. So I would say, you know, fear is a good sign. Look, when I put together my mentorship, it's the biggest offer I have ever put out there by like 7 times, like literally 7 times bigger than anything else I've offered. And it scares the shit out of me. I'm not comfortable. I'm not feeling safe and cozy. I'm feeling like, oh my God. Then you can go into like, well, what if people don't want it? What if it's too much money? What if it's too much time? What if it's the wrong group of people? What if it's, and I could get into all kinds of a shitstorm to not do it. But the fact of the matter is, just like you, Nicole, I got this idea and this inspiration, and it came through me because I needed to deliver it. And if I just sat on it and I was like, I'm afraid of it, no one gets my help. Those 3 people who already signed up and the 7 more who are going to are never going to get where they need to go because I was too afraid. It's not about me. It's about them. Okay. Hi, Patrice. Hi, Randy. I had so much, I'm touching too many things. I had so much fear, but I jumped in anyway. I've learned along the way, and I'm still learning so much, right? every step. And I'm learning too. I don't ever want to stop learning. I love reading books. I love listening to podcasts, watching movies, like learning from the greats. Like it inspires me daily. And I have to say, like, I'm never bored. There's always something exciting happening. Details are freaking me out. You're just right in my head. All right. Too much worry. You're glowing. I've been coming out of a dark phase and it's lovely to connect with you. Oh, you too, Patrice. And I was just talking, I don't know if you caught it earlier, Patrice, but talking about energetically up leveling and in your business and in your energy. And you're a healer too. And we've gone through an amazing journey together where you're learning so much and you're growing so fast. It's like, there's so much that comes with that. And yeah, it's a lot to go through it, but I'm happy to see you out here on the other side. Fear is just holding me back. Yeah, but fear is there to show you. It's okay for everybody on here. Fear shows up. It's like the universe, like, so you said you want to be a business owner, like, prove it. I'll show you, fear. Like it will put obstacles to make you talk the talk. Like words are great, thoughts are great, but like doing it, actually doing it, actions speak louder than words. So the universe is basically like holding you accountable to doing what you said you want to do. So take it as a challenge and go kill it. If an idea makes you want to puke, it's what you should be doing. Not necessarily. I don't agree with that fully, but I will say that when it's in alignment. Oh, and here's the other part, which I totally missed. Totally missed it. The reason why I got that download and the reason why it's sold out and the reason why I made $26,000 is because it was in full alignment with my soul purpose and my soulmate clients. That's why. It wasn't because it was like, oh, another great idea I should do. It was not from me, it was through me. And if I had not been in alignment with that, I could have had that idea, which, yeah, that idea made me want to throw up. And I was like, this isn't what I wanted to offer, and I'm not sure this people want it. But I did it anyway because I felt really strongly connected with my soul purpose and with my soulmate clients. And I asked, what do they require? And that helped me to bring everything into alignment. So Nicole, if you're like, I'm putting out this offer, I'm really afraid of it. Well, is it in full alignment with your heart's desires, your soul purpose, with what you want to be someday, with your soulmate clients that you love to work with? Is it in alignment with that? You just posted some hearts, so I'm guessing that's a yes. If what you're fearful about, it's in full alignment, then like, fuck it. Do it anyway. That's where the magic happens. That's what a lot of people don't see. And Randy can attest to this. Really, you do have to rewatch. It's a long one, as always. I apologize, but I don't. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. The thing is, like, Sarah, you've seen it. Randy, you've seen it. Is that after you've made that leap of faith and you've moved through the fear, that's where the magic happens. That's where these like miracles happen. That's where like the amazing soulmate clients start to show up. That's where like money, you just like manifest money like on demand. It's like, it's crazy. That's where it is. Like past that fear. I've been creating some amazing things. I'm surprised, right? And Nicole, I know you. You are like a freaking amazing manifestor. You're amazing. So do you want to focus on lack, scarcity, afraid, terrible people, haters, or do you want to focus on opportunity? What else is possible? How can I serve more people? How can I help more people? Pick your path. I move forward only ideas that are in alignment with what my clients know what I want together. Yeah. All right. So anybody else? I'm going to sign off. It feels aligned. Of course it does. Cause I know your energy, Nicole. I know where you're at and I know like it's scary, but I want you just to like give yourself permission to like try it and maybe fuck up a little bit. Like when you see a kid on a bike and they like don't pick it up on the first go, you're like, oh, you're a failure. Everything that you've done in your life is terrible. You're not going to have any friends when you grow up and you're just a loser, right? If I said that to a kid, you'd probably put me in jail. But we say that to ourselves as adults. Like we forget that we're tender. We forget that we're children inside. We forget that we need to be loved. And you can't hate your way out of like fear. You have to love your way out of it. Ooh, that was a good one. Somebody write that down. Oh my God, that was a good one, I have to say. I impress myself sometimes. So true. After yesterday's live and tips from you, I went from 8 sessions a week to 15, which means a pay raise for my last job. Woo! Yay! Pay raise! And you're on track to triple your income from the last job. Amen, sister. Hallelujah. And that was like a month. Sarah, you've done it in a month. Oh my God. Old ways and habits. No, they don't. Only if you say they do, Nicole. They don't die hard. Need to break the pattern. Sorry, I feel like you didn't know about. No one else is asking questions. That's their own problem. That's not your business. That's their business. But Nicole, really, old habits don't die hard. And that's the magic of getting a soul book editing session is literally I can take lifetimes of old habits and thoughts and beliefs and literally like dump it out. Like literally, like it never existed. Like if I just had all my hair and I just like shaved it off and it wasn't there, right? You get to start fresh. It's the same thing with a soul book editing session. So you have the power to go into your own soul book, go in and see what's going on. If there's any blocks that things need to be removed, just call me. I'm like your Roto-Rooter. I'll just take it out and then you can go on with your life and ascending to your next level in your business. Like, it's that easy. It really is so easy. And all of my clients who've had soul book editing sessions have gone from a place of really stuck and like, I don't know what the hell's going on to scaling their business. And I'm not saying it to like, say like, oh, they scale it. Like Sarah's on here. She's tripling her income in a month. Like, or 2 months, I guess. Let's be fair. She quit her job and it's been 2 months or almost 2 months. But it's like one of those things that Nicole, like listen to the words you just used. Old habits die hard. You are believing that. I don't believe old habits die hard. I believe old habits die when you find them and you shoot them down and then they blast them out of your life. Past, present, and future. That's what I believe. Anyway, that was a long one. I'm going to sign off for now. I will be back next week. I'm going to do live psychic business coaching every day. If you want to go on live with me and get a one-on-one session, I would love to do that. We can even do a soul book editing session. I can't do it for everybody. It's going to be just like a select few people, but you can always message me to see if you would want to be one of them. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for staking with me. Thanks for staking with me. And we're on our way to 1111 on the likes page. I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.